Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another Champions of the Continent video. In today's video, I want to cover Xanta, who is the newest 5-star hunter that is coming to the game, and a character that was featured in the original Octopath Traveler on the Switch. So if you're curious to know more about Xanta and his kit, then keep on watching and let's get into it. Alright, so who is Xanta? He is a hunter and he specializes in the light element. And his roles in this game are that he is a shield breaker, a random attacker, a self buffer, and he also has dagger and fan coverage. Alright, so now let's take a look at his stats. His stats are extremely average for a hunter. There's nothing that's really remarkable on here. I will note one thing is that his stats are a bit lower than most hunters too. Attack and crit and speed, so just something to keep in mind when you're pulling for him. Alright, so now for his notable skills. He can call Hagen, which will either do a 2-hit single target fan attack or a 1-hit AoE fan attack. And just to remember with Hagen, just like Hanet, that Hagen will target enemy weaknesses. If they're weak to dagger and fan, they will pick, or like the AI will pick one of those before, you know, just picking dagger or fan randomly. So he also has a 3-hit bow random attack with 65 potency. He has a 1-hit light AoE with 180 potency, which is pretty good, with a medium chance to inflict blind. And lastly, what I think is his strongest attack is the 5-hit bow. It is random, but with 55 potency, super good if you're only fighting one enemy or a boss at chipping away shield points or dealing really good damage. Alright, now for his passives. He has a 30% bow damage up, and Hagen will have 30% damage up as well. Fairly standard passives. Alright, and now for his pros and cons. His pros are that he is a really good shield breaker when it comes to bows, and he's also got that dagger and fan coverage. And his cons, his strongest attack is random target. However, it is great for single enemy bosses. One thing with Xanta is knowing what we have coming in the future. If you are someone who looks ahead, there are better hunters coming. However, for now, I think Xanta is probably the best single target bow damage user that we have. My problem with this situation is that Scarecrow is just so good. He's so good. He can do AoE damage and he has a really strong single target attack. But Xanta is just a really good shield breaker too. If you don't have Scarecrow, I think this is a really good character to consider picking up. And one thing also that Scarecrow doesn't have is that dagger and fan coverage, so there's, you know, trade-off and pros and cons between both of them, but damn, Scarecrow is just too good. Alright, so am I gonna pull? Maybe. We'll see how I feel. This might be another Anya situation where I was on the fence and then ended up pulling. If he has a step up and like if the first one is discounted, I might throw a pull at it just in case, but you know, eventually he is going to be in the general pool, so there's always going to be that chance to pull him. I don't really need a bow user right now because I also have Hanet and Scarecrow, so this one's tough. I'm leaning towards a no, and I will miss that 5-hit bow attack, but I just can't see any reason to throw a whole bunch of rubies at him when I have other characters who I would, you know, much rather prefer. Alright, so what do you guys think? Are you going to be pulling for Xanta? Do you think that he's a pretty good hunter and somebody worth spending your rubies for? If you already have Scarecrow or Hanet or both, do you think that Xanta is worthwhile pulling for? I'm really curious to hear your thoughts below. Thank you so much as always for watching. I appreciate it a ton, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.